Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video about my palm tattoos. I already have like an all about my palm, hand, finger tattoo video, but it's 3 years old and I figured it was time to remake it and also kind of do an update on it. And sorry if I go in and out of focus this entire video. My camera has just been doing some weird shit lately, and if I'm not staring at myself the entire time, I don't know if I'm in focus. So basically these are my palm tattoos. When I was in cosmetology school, when I was 16 or 17, I decided that I wanted scissors on my hands. Originally, I wanted them on the tops of my hands, but as I grew older, I realized it would be a better idea to do it on the palms. This was obviously before Hannah Snowden was like a thing. Before she was well known, and by the time I got these done, I still had no idea who she was. It wasn't until after that, I got this that I became aware that someone else had already had scissors on their palms. I'm sure she also wasn't the first one. She's just like the most well known that has them. So, I mean, they're not the same. She just has like these big scissors. They're not hair shears, but I thought I'd just mention that because a lot of people do seem to bring it up for some reason. So no, it wasn't intentional. I actually had no idea who she was. But regardless, these are my palm tattoos. On my left hand, I have a traditional hair shears, and on my right, I have a more vintage style shears. I got these done at a New York tattoo convention. I basically just walked around trying to find someone who would tattoo a palm, and one guy was super down to do it, and he actually knew how to do it, so I was really happy. So I was only like 20 when I got them done, and I'd already had a full sleeve and all of that stuff, so I felt it was appropriate to get my palms. Tattooing a palm is completely different than tattooing any other body part, essentially. You have to have someone who's experienced in doing it because you do tattoo it differently. So what the artist did for mine was he essentially stippled the entire thing in. Just went did the entire thing, just jabbing it in. He said basically you kind of have to just really drill it in there in order for it to not fade. There are just very, very, very few lines that have kind of fallen out and faded a little bit. I'm waiting to get them touched up until they're a lot worse, personally, because there's no point in me touching up just a couple lines. Palm tattoos, do fade eventually, but if they're done right, there's no reason for them to fall out. I've known some people who have had their palm tattoos completely fall out, but that's because they were tattooed as if they were like normal skin and not palms. So here's a close-up on this one. As you can see, most of the lines stayed really well. There's just a couple that haven't, which is fine. Like I said, I will get it touched up for the most part. Otherwise, it looks really good. I do have a lot of veins in my hands and some parts where the ink is kind of bled into my veins. This is more common than you would think. You can just see it on me way more, to where it looks like an incredible blowout. It just really, because I'm so fair and have such thin skin. And then on this hand, similar thing. I just have a couple of lines. This one, if we can focus. This one too. And a lot of people, they see I have my palm tattooed and think it must be absolutely incredibly painful. And for me personally, all tattoos are incredibly painful. This was no exception. I personally didn't find it being any more or less painful than, any of my other very painful spots, like chest or stomach or, anything really. I found it pretty painful, but it was almost a little easier because it wasn't the dragging feeling. That's what always really gets me. Healing it wasn't too bad. I mean, I had to wear gloves when I was working all the time, and just be careful. I mean, it was a little painful, but during the healing, but nothing, excessive. Definitely though, I wouldn't recommend, palm tattoos if you do a lot of heavy work with your hands, or you're in an industry where it's not accepted. Obviously, to me, getting a palm tattoo is, just as, socially taboo as getting your hands, throat, neck, or face tattooed. So definitely think about it. It's definitely something to think long and hard about, and to definitely find the right artist to do. I know me getting these caused a lot of controversy when I got them. A lot of people thought it was a dumb, but I really don't care. I love them. It definitely is a part of me, makes me me, and I am Morgan Scissorhands after all. So that's basically an update. Yeah, I do need to get them touched up a little bit, but like I said, I'm gonna wait. There's no point in, you know, putting my body through trauma for just a couple of lines. I'm gonna wait a little longer, and who knows, maybe I'll update you guys in a few more years. And that's it. That's all about my palm tattoos. I'm not sure what else to say. I do get a lot of questions on them though, so I hope this did clear things up for you a little bit. Anyway, here's one last look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay sassy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.